So, for the problem statement, the passenger with reduced mobility is using air service to travel is significantly high. The poor design of facilities provided by the passenger with reduced mobility. The violation on the accessible facility by other people, for example, car park at the airport terminal, and issues and problem regarding the information system that occur in the case of Peter Gabriel Tan, the information system issues. So we develop research question and research objective. So for the research question, does accessibility, information, and safety and security influence the travel experience of reduced mobility people? And then for the research objective, we to examine the accessibility, the level of information and safety and security and travel experience of reduced mobility people using airport service. Next is for the data analysis and finding. So to examine the relationship between accessibility and travel experience of reduced mobility people using the airport service. So accessibility for the passenger with reduced mobility is very complex and more difficult to be handled in the airport. So in this accessibility, we focus on the accessible facilities provided by the airport, such as ramp, crossing design, parking, tactile rest area, entrance, counter, toilets, handrail, lift, escalator or travelator, and signboard for the passenger with reduced mobility. So based on the previous study that has been made by Chang and Cheng 2012, state the F-test between accessible facilities and travel experience is 0.212 and the p-value is 0.812. This shows that there is positive relationship between accessibility and travel experience. Furthermore, there is also a study conducted at KLIA and KLIA2 on the accessible facilities and shows that the score for the accessible facilities for passenger with reduced mobility is in between 63% until 68%. Next, we move to the relationship between information and travel experience of reduced mobility people using airport service. So, information is very vital to the passenger with reduced mobility at the airport. Under the Discrimination Disability 1995, state that passenger with reduced mobility need to be provided with the journey information in accessible format to ease the journey and provide travel motivation. So based on the previous research studies, found that the general information and specific information is needed by passenger with reduced mobility. The information is usually being provided by the airport in accessible way to the assistant broker, website information, signage information, videos with subtitle or any other information through any medium such as braille and etc. The complete information given to the passenger with reduced mobility will increase their travel motivation because of satisfaction using airport service and create a positive experience for the passenger with reduced mobility. So for the last one about data analysis and finding is to examine the relationship between safety, security, and travel experience of reduced mobility people using airport service. So handling the safety and security is the most complex dynamic flows that need to be taken care by the airports. So Stewart 2020 mentioned that there are legal planning for passenger with reduced mobility to be taken care either at the airport or in the aircraft. So this safety and security in this study only covered on the pre-travel and pre-flight of passenger with reduced mobility. So the airport safety risk is being taken care and being measured by the airport authority. There are two safety risks that being measured. The first one is safety risk of emergency, and the second one is non-emergency situations toward the passenger with reduced mobility. So based on the past studies state that the safety and security of the airports toward the passenger with reduced mobility provide the feeling of comfort, and result shows that the safety and security influence the feeling of comfort. So come to the conclusion. So I'll make an evaluation on the hypothesis above that I've been developed. So for the hypothesis 1, the evaluation is there is a positive relationship between accessibility and travel experience of reduced mobility people using airport service. The second one, there is positive relationship between information and travel experience, and the third one is there is a positive relationship between safety, security, and travel experience. So, what I mean by positive here, when there is a increasing in the accessibility, information, and safety and security, it will also increase the travel experience of reduced mobility people using airport. So that's all from us. Thank you.